this, we want to bring in the chair of the Joint Economic Committee, Republican Congressman David Schweikert from the great state of Arizona. Always great to have you. Listen, you guys have you have your hands full. You've been out of work for more than 40 days, I guess over 50 days now. Tell me what is at the top of your agenda when you get back to work on Monday.
In many ways, you just said it, getting back to work.
Yeah.
You figure we've lost 6 weeks of productivity, if you can ever use productivity and Congress in the same sentence.
Good point.
But the fact of the matter is there's lots of blocking and tackling and things we need to get done. Just even on working through the president's economic agenda, trying to actually help there be an understanding of the lunacy of the Democrats' position on wanting subsidies on top of subsidies. Remember, what the left has done to healthcare is they've turned it into a financing issue. To the speaker's credit and to many of us in the House, we're working on trying to figure out how to make healthcare less expensive, not more money to subsidize insurance companies. And those are two very, very different things.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really like the idea, frankly, Congressman, of putting the money back in the hands of the American people. I certainly think that's probably a smart way to go. The president making a number of different pitches. What do you think of that idea?
It's both terrific, but we still have to deal with one other step. And that is, why do so many things cost so much when you visit a doctor's office or a hospital? Is there technology that government is the barrier to you being able to access? If you have things you can wear where you're wearing functionally a medical lab on your body, if you've ever seen the Whoops, the Oura Rings, or the Apple, there's all these breakthroughs in cures, in technology, in new approaches. And government is often the barrier to you being able to get those and get those at a much more affordable price.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. And I think that's really affordability is the thing people are talking about, not just food prices. But listen, you and I can talk about a number of things that I think you have to address. We're talking about the Farm Bill, reconciliation, reauthorization of the Defense Act. I'm just not sure where you begin, but I think the most important thing for most of the Americans who are going to be watching today is that you all do get back to work. What is top of your priority list as you look forward to getting back after tomorrow?
Getting all the committees up and doing their work. And remember, one of the chaoses, particularly of us in the House of Representatives, is I'm on Ways and Means. So Ways and Means is over here dealing with Medicare issues, tax issues, trade issues. And over here, you may have the Ag Committee trying to fix things on the Farm Bill. Now, you know, we just passed out the Farm Bill out of the House. So now we get to see, how things move through the Senate. So we still want to get as many of these first appropriations bills done, and then all the other fixes of where we can actually sort of modernize government, modernize access to technology, because we have a belief those will make your life more affordable.
Right.
And right now, I can show you in our joint economic papers the number of things where we could reduce prices, except government is the barrier to you being able to access that.
Okay, about a minute to go. I just want to tee you up on this. There are those who say, listen, the president has clearly, through his administration and through the policies, and some of which you all have done in the big, beautiful bill, have done what they can do thus far to reduce prices overall. And I think affordability should be the top of the priority list for any administration. And yet, it doesn't always feel that way. Gas prices may be a little bit lower. Some food prices may be down a bit. But let's, brass tacks here. I think we have to make sure that we're talking to the American people directly about what can be and what can't be done and what you're working on. Are you satisfied that the messaging is correct on this?
But I got to argue with you one thing, because you're 90% there. There's two parts of the seesaw. We also have to do those things that help people's wages go up.
That's right.
Remember, affordability is a combination of what do things cost, but what has been your wage growth? And after the years of the Biden inflation, for here in my Phoenix area, if you don't make about 28% more than you did 4 or 5 years ago, you're poor. We need to be doing those things in the economy that get wages growing, because affordability is a combination of both prices and those wage growths.
I'm all for it. Let me tell you, everybody I know is they're lucky to get any kind of raise, and if we can get the cost down and get wages up, that's a win for everybody. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, my friend. Bear down, be safe over there in the valley, and great to talk to you as always. Congressman Schweikert joining us this afternoon. Go get him.